Hello and what is up everybody, Thunderbob here, and tonight I am checking out an unreleased game from Blizzard. This is Warcraft Adventures, Lord of the Clan, and this was a point-and-click adventure game that Blizzard was working on back in 1998. They started in 1996, and it was eventually canceled in 1998, having never been released. Fast forward about 15 years, back in 2016, a copy of this was found and spread around the internet. I played a little bit of it at the time, maybe an hour or so, and it was kind of interesting, like a time capsule into Blizzard's gaming history. And I ended up not getting too deep into it. There's some issues with desyncing, and a lot of the cutscenes had problems in it. But a nice fellow has devoted the last 6 years to remastering the cinematics and the cutscenes in this unreleased game. It's pretty crazy. They've fixed sound effects, they've fixed audio sync issues, fixed a lot of compression artifacts. There were missing cutscenes that were only available as a TV recording, from an actual like VHS tape. They took those recordings, fixed them up, removing flickering, they upscaled it, edited areas by hand, frame by frame, and this is the end result, basically. This is 6 years of some guy's life. I really appreciate it. We're gonna check this out. I probably will not do like this full playthrough in one video. This will probably be like the first 30 minutes or so. We'll watch the intro and we'll try to help Thrall escape from his prison. And along the way, I'll be talking about Warcraft, about my history with the series, and my knowledge on this game. I've read a lot about this over the years, and I've been pretty excited to check this mod out. We'll go ahead and we'll watch the intro here, which has been fixed up and cleaned up. The original version, like the audio was all messed up, and was not a great experience. So let's go ahead and check out the intro.
Footman, clear the road of this scum. Lieutenant Blackmore, sir. I think I found something here.
What name's name?
Kill it, sir. Whatever it is.
It's an Oakling! By all that's holy, sir, put that twisted thing out of its misery! Pardon, sir, but why not? Sir? Sir?
The fires of the Second War between the Orcs and the humans have at last grown cold. The human alliance has been victorious, but its homeland lies in ruin. The tattered remnants of the Orcish horde now cling to a desperate existence in guarded settlements in the south of Lordaeron. All semblance of unity and brotherhood has drained away as water on the blasted plain.
That dude's thirsty.
As a final insult to the once proud horde, it is rumored that some humans have even begun to use captive orcs as slaves for hard labor.
You may drop the rock now, Thrall.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Excellent. Now move the whole pile back where you found it.
It's very amusing, Blackmore, but we've all seen orc slaves by now. What makes this one so special?
He was raised from infancy without even seeing another of his kind. His loyalty is to me alone. An orc who obeys human commands without question, General. Think of the possibilities.
Preposterous.
Is that so? Wait until you've seen him in the arena.
I don't like it, Blackmore. What you're doing is reckless and dangerous. Orcs are forces of nature. You can't possibly expect us to believe that you tamed this creature.
Just wait until you've seen him. There's your force of nature, calmly awaiting my orders. He begins to fight only when given permission. He stops fighting at the sound of my command. Oh, and he kills with frightening capacity. But only when I say so.
Incredible, if what you say is true. To control an orc in battle would be to control him completely.
Lieutenant?
Now, Thrall.
He is still alive.
Finish him, Thrall.
I have defeated him. Killing him is senseless.
So, really? I don't care about your opinion. I've told you to kill it, you filthy animal. Now, finish it. Listen to me, mindless beast.
Look, Blackmore! Do something!
Thrall, I order you to stop. I command you.
Blackmore!
Listen, we won't tolerate this. Blackmore, be warned.
Be calm. The animal will be executed at dawn.
I'm pretty sure the back half of that, where the audio gets really funky, I think they actually lost that audio, and the person who modded this has actually cleaned up that audio and actually probably inserted some like computerized voices to fill in the gaps. It's super cheesy, to be honest. It's kind of like, in my mind, a time capsule on what could have been. And even in 98, I feel like this would not have been necessarily that well received. Like, I'm a huge Warcraft fan. I played every game. And I don't know. It's a little cheesier than any of the other Warcraft games. Like, think about Warcraft 3 came out a mere 3 years later.
Have passed since Blackmore found the young Orkling. 3 great wars between the human alliance and the Orcish invaders have laid waste to the once proud realms of Azeroth. Secretly raising the Orkling within the confines of his prison fortress, Durnhold, Blackmore planned to mold the Orkling into the perfect warrior. A warrior conditioned to human thinking, but with all the savagery of an Orcish heart. With such a creature under his control, Blackmoor hoped to manipulate the Orcish horde and use it to seize control over the
This actually is quite a bit better
of
quality, I'd
Azeroth.
say, than...
Thrall, have I taught you nothing in all these years? Are you not to stand
Than the
when
full
your
intro.
betters enter the room? So, Thrall, what have you learned today?
Only that I live to serve you and the Alliance, Lord Blackmoor.
A wise response. You are learning. Indeed, you've learned much of the world, Thrall, yet you've never stepped outside the prison's walls. Perhaps the time has come to make better use of you. Follow me, Thrall. There's something I'd like to show you. Do you know what this is, Thrall? It is an orc, like yourself. And what are orcs, Thrall?
They are the enemies of the Alliance, Lord Blackmoor.
Very good, Thrall. And what do we do with enemies of the Alliance?
We destroy them, so that they may no longer pose a threat to the Alliance.
Then deal with this wretch as it deserves.
I can't do it.
You will do it. It's a pity. All these years of training and conditioning gone to waste. I could have achieved so much. I should have remembered that after all, you are just an animal.
The animation here is definitely a lot higher quality than the alternate intro.
Take this one to the dungeons. His execution shall commence at first light.
And then we get into the actual gameplay.
Clean up this mess.
And here we go. A traditional
Lieutenant is having me executed
point
at
and click
dawn.
adventure game.
There's got to be some way to get out of this cell.
So this resembles, you know, some of the early LucasArts adventure games, things like Full Throttle, definitely the art style and the puzzles and stuff. I really enjoyed a lot of those point and click adventure games. Some of my favorite games of all time, like Myst, Grim Fandango, The Last Express. Really, some really awesome games. This came towards the end of that era of adventure games, and I feel like if it would have come out, I don't know how well it would have actually been received. I definitely feel like it's a little dated in 98 even, you know, and I think it needed like another year to really get polished. This is playable from start to end, but they wanted to improve it and ended up canceling it because it would have been too much work to really, you know, make it up to the Blizzard quality. So basically, you know, you've got different things you can interact with on your screen. If you hold the mouse button down, you get this option. This will let you examine the object. This one will let you try to eat it.
Good.
And then this one will let
Can't
you try to
do
grab
that.
it. You will also notice that voice is the amazing Clancy Brown from such classics as The Highlander, Shawshank Redemption. He's got such a unique voice, and like that's one of the things I really love about this is you know, they've got this amazing talent voicing an orc.
Nasty. Very nasty.
And overall, you know, it has some of these puzzles that just don't make the most sense. Like, this is not
Can't do that.
an amazing game by any means. I would love for them still to release this either in the current form or go back and touch it up somewhat. Doubtful that's going to happen. Blizzard is very protective of their IP. But, like, imagine if this was a bonus for like the next Warcraft game or something, you know. Hey, check out our unreleased game. That would be pretty awesome. We are going to try to break out of here.
Looks pretty sturdy.
And I played through this first section years ago, so some of this I do remember. Got a rock.
What's all the noise, you overgrown maggot? Ooh, feeling a little restless before the big show, slave. Well, it's understandable, you being a guest of honor and all. But until they come for you... Quiet! Just relax. Before the hour's up, you'll have a great weight off your shoulders. Your head!
Such amazing writing. Chris Metzen, I think, actually wrote this.
Oh, we're taking bets on which way your head will roll. Do me a favor, mate. Pull to the right a bit, would you?
It's like really long-winded at times too. Like, I think about how much story is told in Warcraft 3, and there's like, you know, a good pace to it. Here, there's lots of really bad jokes and puns, and I mean that's what the genre was all about. I think, yeah. So you combine those, and we use that on the door.
I don't want to stick that there.
Okay. Well, what's funny is this game never got released, but this is Thrall's introduction to the Warcraft universe. They took a lot of this story and created, there was a Thrall novel that came out, and also, of course, Warcraft 3. And there is a lot of overlap. A lot of Warcraft 3 came from this game, though a lot of it happens in different ways. Let's get that mop. Anything else in here I can interact with? I don't think this game has it, but some of the later point-and-click adventure games would actually have, like, you could hold a button and it would show you everything you could interact with. Largely because some of those early games, I call them, like, pixel hunters, where, like, literally you're staring at a screen and there's some object on this screen that you need to be able to progress the story, but it's like, you know, some very small object. You're just not clicking on the right spot for whatever reason.
The guard locked it.
But you're strong. Can't you break down a wooden door, Thrall?
Maybe later.
It's so ridiculous what he does to break out. And I think... yeah. And I'm probably just going to get to the point where he escapes from Blackmore's castle. It's maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes in. I kind of just wanted to see how the up-resed videos and the voice acting and everything. That initial video, the alternate intro, was kind of cheesy as hell, especially with the voices that were missing. Let's see. think he rattles this. The guy comes out. But it's still amazing. This is so cheesy.
Quiet. Now I get it.
Take that.
He's
How you
really
kick
out
him?
cold.
Nice.
Wanted for crimes against the sovereign lands of the Alliance. Dead or alive. Grom Hellscream and his Warsong clan. Grom
look familiar?
Hellscream. He's like me. I gotta find him.
Gotta find him.
Too much noise. Cheap land being sold by the acre. Lordaeron contractors are rushing to the lands of Alterac, where recent government holdings are now up for sale to the public. Low-cost. Are you interested in a life of mystery and intrigue? Do you love adventure and excitement? Then come to the fabled kingdom of Dalaran, where the pursuit of Tyrallion, Khadgar, Alaria Danath. 1,000 gold pieces reward for any information regarding the whereabouts of these people.
So many of these names and places like all become much more important, you know, in Warcraft 3 and in World of Warcraft. I played World of Warcraft for a number of years. I quit towards the end of the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Can I kill him? Or maybe we just cut the key free. Let's see, anything else in here? Some of the animation's not terrible. Some of it is definitely terrible. I should put that on.
That looks like a closet.
That's funny, he's got like a Babe poster. Anything else in here? There's a quill. Do I need that?
Can't do that. How can a man with such a moppy hairdo command such respect?
Actually, I bet that key I needed to do something with it in that room. He like tiptoes. Yep. I wouldn't be opposed to like a new Warcraft Adventure kind of game, but I feel like the genre's moved forward a lot since then. You know, you had the Walking Dead games, and then more recently, like a pretty big resurgence in the indie scene of point-and-click adventure games and FMV games and everything. Oh, what's he? We gotta see it.
Tyrallion, Khadgar.
Okay, that's great. Perfect. I love it.
There's guards out there.
I put on...
It's not my
Oh
style.
no, okay. Let me think. Let's try by going back this way. Some of this was trial and error. I remember playing this, I don't know, an hour or so back in 2016. Okay, can I get out this way? So he couldn't open his door or smash through a wooden door, but he could pull off the gate from the wall.
This doesn't look good. They're just aching for some target practice.
That's not gonna happen. Not in a million years.
Hey! Did you see that?
Oh, see what? You seeing things again? I can smell a dwarf spirit on your breath from here.
Yeah, well, everyone's got to be good at something, right? I seen what I seen.
Walk this way.
Look! Don't tell me you didn't see it that time.
Oh, fine. I won't say a bloody word. Well, there's help out there, mate, but you have to want it.
You wouldn't wear it before, maybe now. Okay. Why wouldn't you put it... See, stuff like that doesn't make sense.
There's a mirror in the robe's pocket.
I'm assuming they just didn't have it animated, like, from those angles or something. It's just funny.
Who loves you, baby?
It's so cheesy, I love it. Clancy Brown, I love his voice. One of my favorite voice actors. So many things he's done. Can I walk down?
Look! Don't tell me you didn't see it that time.
Why wouldn't he just put the hood up? Like, the robe has a hood, right? These games, this was the craziness about these games back in the day. You'd have just ridiculous puzzles that you needed a very specific combination. I remember there was one where it was like you needed to make a mustache for some reason, and literally you solved it by like stealing cat hair and tape. And the person you were supposed to be like making yourself look like didn't even have a goddamn mustache. Like some of the puzzles back then, no effort was put into it.
Good evening, Chaplain Mathers.
This isn't as egregious as that, but it's pretty comical. Am I really gonna do this?
Chaplain Mathers! No one's allowed past the checkpoint, you know that.
Stained glass window. I'm pretty sure I have to catapult myself out. I think I have to make a distraction.
What the hell was that?
We better check it out.
Okay, that's right. And now I think I can do it. It's like a Looney Tunes episode. It's like if Chris Metzen decided... Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so now I have a gargoyle statue. Let's try to pick it up. Well, let's try it on the catapult, why don't we? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Now we should be able to get over. No one's gonna notice him catapulting himself over the wall, right? It's amazing.
I don't think I'm being followed, but I better distance myself from that place.
If I remember correctly, there were multiple studios that worked on this. Like Blizzard made the original design documents. Chris Metzen and staff like wrote the script. And then there was like a Russian development studio who did this, you know, the actual programming and the animation here. And then I think they hired out like a Korean company to actually do the video, the animated sections. It's just kind of crazy. Like, you got 3 studios, 3 different styles, like...
He's like me.
Except way cooler. I'll probably be ending this momentarily. I really just wanted to escape the castle. If we can get to the port where we actually meet Grom Hellscream, that would be awesome, though. So... this is kind of like an overworld section where you can have like multiple paths you can go to. That's Gazlowe, if I remember right.
Seal is sitting a pesculator, a corroded snap gasket. This is gonna need a reshake. This is gonna need a full 7-point hemostatic reshake. Ah, where'd I put that blasted Samaflange? Where'd I put that blasted Hey, you watch where you're walking. You almost stepped on a very delicate piece of machinery. Well, are you gonna stand there looking stupid, or are you gonna pass me that Samaflange?
And now you got dialogue options.
I've got your Samaflange right here, shorty. Is this what you want?
Yeah, the voice is not there.
I don't think so. Green, tinkling, babbling. Must be a goblin. What the hell is a Samaflange?
Not that your feeble orc mind would understand, but the Samaflange is one of the most revolutionary tools ever invented by the goblins. Essentially, it's a high-powered drill designed to attach the snap gasket to the Bleem Seal's intake valves. Now leave me alone.
Did you build this contraption?
Yes, I did. In fact, I built this Zeppelin from scratch. She's one of the finest ships ever built. She flew over 10 missions during the Second War.
Well, why isn't she flying now?
Well, that's exactly what I've been trying to find out, isn't it?
You don't seem to be making much progress.
Not much progress? Well, let's see you figure it out.
Maybe that fell off. It looks important.
Fell off? Fell off? Nothing just falls off a goblin Zeppelin. What? Well, at least it's not one of those Tinker Trap flyers built by the gnomes.
It's funny they've already are introducing like the adversarial relationship between the gnomes and the goblins.
Tell me more about gnomes, Goblin.
Small, hairy, bloated, and totally incompetent. What else do you need to know?
I mean, why do you hate them so much?
Because the goblins and the gnomes are at war. We strive to out-invent each other by developing bold new mechanical innovations. But us goblins are way ahead of them.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I was on my way to a secret gnomish workshop to steal their latest plans for a revolutionary communication device. But, as you can see, I'm, having some problems with transportation.
I'll make a deal with you.
Gazlowe.
It is Gazlowe.
Gazlowe. I will steal the plans from the gnomes while you fix your Zeppelin. Then...
Sounds good to me. When do you leave?
Then, you will take me wherever I wish to go.
Oh. All right. If you get the plans from the gnomes, I have to fly you wherever you want to go? Okay.
Sounds
but here,
good.
You'll need these. These are fake plans, designed to throw the gnomes off track. Substitute these for the real plans without them noticing. But be careful. They're crafty little buggers.
Yeah, you'd better
That is
be
true.
here when I get back.
Whoa, I'll be here. I'll be here. Probably still working on this damn machine.
He sounds like Mike from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. I'm just gonna take this. I need that Samoflange.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be ending it here. I'm just amazed that this leaked, and like you can completely play through this from beginning to end. If you want to check this out, I'll have a link to archive.org where you can find the game files. I'll have a link to
looks like the bridge has collapsed into
the
the chasm.
remaster and instructions on how to install it.
He must have been killed during a battle that took place here.
I don't think he's listening.
It's gonna take his necklace. Can I put that on?
It's not my style.
Is that a griffin? It's just kind of an amazing look back at the history of the franchise. I'm such a big Warcraft fan, and I would love to see Warcraft 4. You know, I would love really anything. I'm tired of Hearthstone. I want like an actual Warcraft game. I gave up on World of Warcraft. I'm done with it. So this is just a nice diversion to me. Hopefully we get like a full-blown game eventually. Look like I can interact with anything here. Bet this is the way to the gnomish area. He's gonna get electrocuted. Yep. Can I use...
Not here.
No.
This could be valuable. I don't want to stick that there.
Nope. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. I may do a follow-up on this. Maybe I'll play through the whole thing, depending on if people are interested. But I will have instructions on how to install this and get this for yourself. If you got any thoughts, any questions, leave me a comment below. If you like what I'm putting out there, please do like, subscribe. And thank you again for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful night.